Fundación para mí significa oportunidad, esperanza de poder cumplir una meta más que todo joven nos proponemos en nuestra vida, pasar, cumplir. Ha significado poder subir un peldaño más como persona, como profesional.
Ha sido muy importante ser miembro de la fundación porque me ha dado la oportunidad de crecer como persona. Ha sido un gran apoyo para mí porque me he desarrollado como persona, como profesional. Como parte de esta comunidad también doy mis servicios. Soy maestro aquí en este colegio y ahora pues estoy prestando mis servicios. Para mí es muy importante porque siempre estoy con deseo de superar y Fundación Brugger ha sido uno de los principales pilares para mi formación y educación como persona, para contribuir en esta sociedad, para formar jóvenes.
Estar en la fundación ha sido una experiencia muy bonita, ha marcado mi vida. En lo personal ha sido una puerta, ha sido una experiencia muy linda y inolvidable, algo que me ha hecho crecer como persona, como humano.
I think one of the great benefits of this program is that it provides young people with hope, whereas before they didn't even know that they could continue their education and improve their lives. And I think that the students who have graduated and found jobs and are being active in their community are examples, are role models for these young people to indicate that there really is a future, that there really is possibilities that they hadn't dreamed of, and that it can happen. Dreams can come true.
Fundación Brugger has been like an open door for the students of San Juan del Sur. And this is what they are expecting from us, to open more doors, not only one for them, to help the young students of San Juan del Sur to accomplish their dream. Because if you ask students here in San Juan del Sur, what's their dream? Their dream is to have a career and to have the opportunity to be someone, to be a professional and to help their country to change their family's reality.
Le doy gracias, infinitamente gracias a Dios por la oportunidad que tuve de estudiar, ya que sin la fundación verdaderamente no hubiera podido. Me siento muy bien. Me encantó la carrera de fisioterapia porque me gusta trabajar con los niños especiales. Realmente que eso fue lo que me motivó a estudiar. Incluso estuve dando mis prácticas en el Pajarito Azul de manera voluntaria. También estuve 6 meses ahí, sí, ayudando a los niños especiales. Eso es lo que me encanta a mí, trabajar con esos niños.
My first student was Reinaldo Zarate Zias, and he was about 11 or 12 when I first met him. I was out in the campo and he picked up a book that I was reading and started sounding out the words in English. And he was the germ or the genesis of my interest in the foundation, because when I asked if he was going to school, I was told no, his mother couldn't afford to send him. So I said, this boy is too smart, you know, he would be, you know, he's a resource that's being wasted if he doesn't go to school.
Bueno, escogí estudiar ingeniería en sistemas, por lo que desde aproximadamente los 12 años que empecé pues con las computadoras, pues, me gustó muchísimo realmente y me dio curiosidad. Aún así no sabiendo, a veces me iba al ciber y, o sea, más que todo para experimentar y tratar de cada día aprender un poco más. Y pues estoy muy agradecido con la fundación que me ha dado esa oportunidad y que, bueno, hasta el momento sé que le estaba aprovechando bastante.
The reason I chose to support jobs in education was because I felt that would provide the best support that would help Nicaraguans fulfill their potential.
Hace unos 12, 13 años conocí aquí en San Juan del Sur a la señora Jean, que vino con muy buenos proyectos de desarrollo para la comunidad. Una mujer que desde el principio desde que amaneció aquí en San Juan del Sur un día, fue querida, bien querida por todos los sanjuaneños y sanjuaneñas. Es una señora que se ha identificado por todos estos años con este pueblo de San Juan del Sur, de manera concreta y clara, apoyando a los jóvenes, apoyando a las mujeres, apoyando a los ancianos y dando todo de sí misma para que la gente de San Juan del Sur mejore su situación.
I guess after being here for a couple of years, Ellen and I decided that we liked the monkeys, and that education was definitely lacking, and very few young people actually had the dream of a post-secondary education or even secondary school. They just didn't think it was possible. We sponsored Angel through his university studies, and quite not surprising to us now after some years here, but we found that we believed that Angel was probably the first person of this local community to complete university. He was one of the very few who completed secondary school. Usually primary school, grade 6, was a dream. Now, there are other young people who absolutely know that it's possible. We know of at least 2 other students who will be applying to the foundation next year to go to university. So he served as an example.
In 2008, my sister Laura, who is on the board of the foundation, invited us to San Juan del Sur just as a vacation. And we came down and we saw what work the A. Gene Brugger Foundation was doing down here. And so it was about that time. Yeah.
We were impressed by what they were doing, and we strongly believe that education is an important stepping stone for helping people build a better life. And so when we heard what they were doing, we wanted to be part of it.
We've been sponsoring a student ever since then, and it's just a remarkable thing to hear about the student and how they're doing in school and what they're going for in their ultimate educational goals. And it's just very rewarding to know that you're helping a student.
And we had some correspondence from her, so could feel a connection with what we were doing, and it wasn't just a check being sent in the mail, but actually hearing back from how it was benefiting them. So that was really important for me.
The interesting part for me with having a student sponsorship with one student for an extended period of time is being able to see how that student progresses, see how her English progresses, getting updates from her on a quarterly or biannual basis, and seeing how the education is continuing with her. Enjoying to see that progress, and knowing that if we weren't sponsoring her, chances are she would never be able to go to school, and that's a real big appeal to us.
Nosotros nos sentimos satisfechos que aquí en San Juan tenemos la dicha, la bendición de contar con una fundación que su nombre es Gene Brugger, que nos apoya grandemente a los jóvenes de escasos recursos que estudian en secundaria y que al terminar la secundaria no tienen la posibilidad de ir a la universidad. Entonces nos apoyan a esos jóvenes para que ellos puedan continuar sus estudios y ser profesionales y servir al país también y a la comunidad que tanto lo necesita.
Terminé mi carrera en el año 2008, estudié banca y finanzas. Actualmente estoy trabajando para Banco La Fice Bancentro como cajera. Bueno, en primera instancia porque me gustó mucho lo que es referente a banca y porque también me gusta mucho la matemática. A mí me ayudó en que culminé mis estudios universitarios, porque cuando estuve terminando mi segundo año de la carrera ya no pude económicamente seguir pagando mis estudios. Fue por esa razón que yo solicité una beca con la fundación, y gracias a ella yo culminé mis estudios universitarios.
Luego de haber salido del bachillerato, 5º año, un profesor me invitó a trabajar en una secundaria a distancia en las comunidades rurales. Entonces, terminando yo mi bachillerato, entré a dar clases en las comunidades rurales, matemática y física. Entonces, él me dio la oportunidad de trabajar con él y hoy en día estoy trabajando en los colegios regulares, en las áreas también de matemática y de física.
We started when we were living in the United States, and we picked a student from a list, not knowing who the student was. In our case, his name is Kenny, and he was in high school at that time. And we followed his progress, and when he decided to attend college, we continued sponsoring him into college. And it's been really a good experience.
Dan and I lived in San Juan del Sur for 5 years, and we were fortunate enough to watch him grow and see him attend some of the events that the foundation sponsors, such as the Senior Citizens Luncheon. He seems like he's always there volunteering.
Hace 3 años me salió la oportunidad de ser un estudiante becado en la fundación. Sobre todo era lo más importante, las actividades de los ancianos, lo que le podíamos dar nosotros, cooperar con ellos, así.
Part of the scholarship requirements for students, aside from being good scholars and having good grades and being very motivated to learn, was the fact that they were required to do some community service. We began first by picking up litter. I think one of the satisfying things is that the community sort of got in the act and have now put in place a recycling program.
Actualmente en la fundación tenemos un proyecto social y eso ha consistido básicamente en nuestro proyecto fue en esa apertura de campaña, fue ir a las costas, recoger las basuras que se acumulan en las calles, que salen de los ríos, de las personas que caminan por las playas y dejan la basura tirada. Como nosotros somos de San Juan del Sur y como estudiantes tenemos que protegernos, no solo porque estamos trabajando, sino como es algo parte de nosotros, porque es el lugar donde vivimos y donde crecimos y esperamos que se mantenga limpio de aquí a muchos años y siempre conservarla limpia para que nuestros hijos y nuestras familias disfruten, igual que nosotros en la actualidad hemos estado disfrutando de nuestras bellas playas que tiene San Juan del Sur.
Part of the scholarship requirement is for the student to pick a barrio, their own barrio or one in the area, and identify a specific need. For example, the children need a place to play. They have no place to play, and then therefore they have a tendency of getting into trouble. So there's the need, and then they are required to come up with a solution. How do you solve that problem? You know, do you put in a park? What does it take to put in a park? And then the final portion of that is to actually execute their solution. Our goal is to not only educate the student, but to make them become a more responsible, socially minded citizen in their own community and to give back.
Dentro de los programas que implementa Fundación está los proyectos comunitarios que Fundación está desarrollando y que nosotros como jóvenes tenemos que tener esa idea de cómo podemos ayudar de alguna manera a solucionar una necesidad de acá de nuestro puerto. Mi grupo, somos 5 y yo hemos decidido enfocarnos en nuestro barrio y realizar un proyecto que ayude a jóvenes como nosotros. Se llama JOSUP, Jóvenes en Superación.
Junto con la Fundación organizado un programa de ayuda y concientización hacia estos jóvenes de superación, de que dejen las cosas negativas y así, o sea, seguir con lo positivo, seguir superándose y así servir a la sociedad. Nosotros con esto hemos tratado de ser un buen ejemplo para ellos como estudiantes de la Fundación. Entonces todo esto a nosotros nos ha ayudado porque nos hace ser personas responsables y también velar por el bienestar de nuestra comunidad.
We chose to become involved with the Gene Brugger Foundation after meeting Gene, one of the first people that we met when we came to Nicaragua in the year 2000. Plus it was the accountability of the foundation. We had tried to do some things on our own, just with the local school and with various students. And We don't have the expertise to do it. We were unable to keep any kind of structure. There wasn't any sense of accountability there. The concept of community service as part of the educational offering means a great deal to us. It's very structured, and we always have felt very, very confident of knowing where the money was going. We knew exactly where it was going.
We chose Jean's Foundation because we saw in practice the students that were being supported, how much they truly appreciated every dollar that was given to them. We knew that the money wasn't being frivoled away in like some foundations that you hear about. We had a great deal of confidence in Jean and her people and her staff.
Como Ministerio de Educación, yo me siento honrada de que este año la nueva administración de la Fundación nos hizo la invitación para ser parte del consejo, del consejo directivo de la Fundación, donde nosotros tenemos la oportunidad de participar y también ser parte de esa toma de decisiones en los proyectos que se impulsan por la educación.
My husband and I provide monthly sponsorship to a portion of the Foundation's programs called Visiting Teacher. What many people don't know is that there are many students in outlying areas that cannot come into towns and cities for their education. As a result, the Foundation has a visiting teacher program that I have personal passion for, allowing teachers to go to the students and give them a proper education.
Fundación Jim Brugger has 5 years of sponsoring teachers of the long distance program at the Comunidad Tortuga and Comunidad San Bernardino Díaz. We are really proud, and it's a pleasure for us sponsoring 4 of 8 teachers that are volunteering in the program. They come every Saturday to each of the communities to teach from first year to 5th year of high school. They have graduated 8 students, and 4 are now professionally working. So this is really inspiring for Fundación to keep on sponsoring teachers and to keep on looking for donors to participate in this program. It is great to have part of the program, not only young students, but we are giving the opportunity to mothers, to fathers that work during the week to be part of the program and to have the opportunity to be learning in every Saturday. This year, the long distance program started with a computer class for the students. So this is a great project because it's something creative, and it's something the students are really liking it. So the Comunidad Tortuga has no electricity, so the computers are powered by a car battery.
Many people who come to visit here in Nicaragua like to bring things to share the sort of the abundance that's in the United States or Canada with people that they feel don't have quite the advantages or quite the number of things that we seem to accumulate in North America. And so they bring all kinds of things, sports equipment, clothing, shoes, but the most important thing are school supplies that they bring, and we distribute all of these things to the schools.
Quiero agradecer a la Fundación, a Jim Brugger, también a mi tutora, Melanie Hamilton, por este gran apoyo que me han dado, porque para mí esto significa muchísimo, como mi vida, poder estar estudiando, alcanzar mis metas, mis sueños, porque esto desde pequeña yo lo he traído, de superarme, y es mucho, mucho el agradecimiento que siento por todo este apoyo que me han brindado durante todos estos años. Y también muchas gracias a doña Jean, que sin ella esto no podría ser Entonces, que también que Dios la bendiga y que para que pague todo esto que está haciendo por nosotros, porque no solamente soy yo, sino también mis demás compañeros, los padres de familias de mis compañeros se sienten muy agradecidos con ella por todo esto que ella hace por nosotros.
My hope is that we will continue to be able to provide help to young people until maybe the day that Nicaragua is so well off that they won't need help.